So in this video I'm going to be showing you how to build this beast of a ship. It's the ship that was built by Carini that was featured in my Subscriber Sunday video last week, and you all requested a build video, so here it is. Carini was also kind enough to upload a build schematic which you can check out on my Discord here. Just to note, this was built in New Atlantis and you need to get the parts from multiple shipyards to build this. Also, you need to have a decent number of crew members to boost the reactor power for the weapons. I highly recommend hiring some reactor engineers. Also, you're going to need rank 4 in piloting and rank 4 in starship design. Now this ship cost me a whopping 768,355 credits, and I do have the commerce perk, so this is going to be a pricey ship, but it is an insane mid to late game ship. With all that said, here is a full build list. Feel free to pause the video so you can grab a screenshot of all the parts you need, and also I'll be giving you an interior tour and showing you this ship in combat at the end of the video. So be sure to subscribe and don't forget to like, as it really does help the channel, and also follow me on my socials because I'll post there too. So let's get into the build. Right, so I've got Carini's schematic right in front of me. We're going to be building it piece for piece exactly as he's built it, because I think it's probably one of the best ships I've ever seen, and we'll test it and see how it does. So let's start things off. We're going to go for the Cabot cockpit, the C4, the big boy. I do like this cockpit, it's one of my favourites to be fair. And next we're going to be adding a Deimos 3x1 living quarters and a cargo hull. So where's the habs? There we go. So Deimos 3x1, and so it'll be a living quarters, and then the cargo hull. So add that there, swipe it across. Nice. And then here we're going to be adding a 1x1 Deimos companionway. Next to that is a Tayo captain's quarters, but it's the top variant. And I believe, yeah, so it's the Tayo top variant, and it's the one without the doors at the side. So where is top? There we go. So it is that one, the captain's quarters. So it's the one, because you've got ones with doors at the side. See the B variant. So we're going for A. Right. So the next thing we need to add is a Hope Tech hab spine. Now, if you try and build it onto one of the sides here, I don't think it will work. It doesn't for me anyways. Okay, right, it does. I'm lying. Ignore me. Absolute idiot. Right, so Hope Tech spines. And then next to that, we're going to have a 2x2 Deimos living quarters. So we'll add that there. And then we've got a Hope Tech battle station, which is again 2x2. I'm not sure why I went for Hope Tech for the battle station. I've not actually tested all the habs on this game, so it might be that it's got a better interior, so not sure. So at the back here we're going to be adding the reactor. We're going for the chonky boy, the Fuser DC403 reactor, so slap that on there. And then we're going to be adding some Nova cowlings, one of my favourite wing parts in the game. So I struggle to find these sometimes though. So we'll add the Nova cowling there, and then we're going to go for this variant, the one that's straight but kind of angles in. So we'll put 2 of them there, duplicate this Nova cowling here, and then add that variant there. And then what we will do here is duplicate and copy across. So add that, add this one there, and add this one there. And that is the middle layer shape done. Nice and easy, isn't it? Nice and easy. It's good when you're working from a schematic though, so it's technically cheating. Right, so now we're going to be working on the first part of the top layer. So we'll be adding a Stroud nose cap here. And then he's got an engineering bay B here, which is Deimos, and that is another 3x1. So we go right to the top here. Deimos 3x1, engineering bay B, add that there, and then we're going to add a Stroud bracer in between, the Stroud mid bracer, which should be at the bottom here somewhere. There we go. Now, before we continue, people do keep asking me, where do I build my ships? Where do I get my parts from? I get this question a lot, and I have actually answered it a lot in pin comments, replying to you guys, and I've mentioned it in videos before. So what I do, okay, is I go to every shipyard, get all the pieces I need for a build. Obviously, you got the build list at the start of the video. You go to each shipyard that you need these pieces. If they don't have it, you need to wait a day, because the vendors do change what they have in stock. Then you buy these pieces, you slap it on your ship and turn it into a bit of like a Frankenstein ship, fly it to your outpost or New Atlantis, disassemble the ship completely, and then build the ship you want with those parts. That's literally what I do every time. Frankenstein ship, rip it apart, rebuild. So hopefully that answers the question. I'm pretty sure I'm going to get asked it a million more times, but just clearing it up again. Anyways, now we need to add some Hope Tech pipes here. So it is the Hope Tech pipes 4. We'll duplicate that across there. And then he's got a control station and a workshop, which we are putting here. And they are Dymos 2x1s. So Dymos 2x1. It is the control station. Have I gone past it? There we go. Control station and the workshop. There we go. Lovely jubbly. And then here we got some Dymos engine breakers. Or braking engine, should I say. And then at the side here, we're going to add a Nova cowling. At the side here, another Nova cowling. And then we add a cowling here, Dymos one. And then it's time for the engines. So the engine he uses is the DC, I was about to say DC then, it's the SAL 6330. I've never used these engines, but they do look good. I do know what they look like. Yeah, they are cool looking engines. They look good. You can have 6 of these bad boys as well. So just copy them. Add them across. I don't know how the ship's going to perform, but so far, that is looking really cool. That is looking really, really cool. I'm liking this ship shape already. Right, now it's time to completely finish the top layer. So to start things off, we're going to be putting the Dymos spine, and it's the A variant. So we'll be using that either side here and also on the Stroud mid-bracer. And then behind that, we'll be using the C variant twice. So add those across. And then at the end here, we'll be putting down the shield, the Assurance SG 1800. So that's that bit done. Nice. Copy the Nova cowlings across so they touch the Stroud nose cap. And then behind those, we're going to be adding the other Stroud cap, the curved version, which is that one. So we'll duplicate, put that across. Now we're going to be copying a lot of this onto these parts. So copy the Stroud nose cap, put him right there so he sits just above the Dymos engine breaker. So copy that across to this one. And then get the Stroud mid-bracer again. Copy that across. And then we're going to be using the Stroud nose cap, but the aft version. So the one that points backwards. And that is that bit done. And then to the sides of these, we'll be adding some Dymos wings and bumpers. And then that is the top completely done, apart from weapons, obviously, which we'll be adding later on into the build. So let's get the Dymos bumper. That one. Flip that, duplicate. Oh, wrong one. What am I doing? What an idiot. Come on, snap. There we go. And look at that. That shape is looking fantastic. I really like the shape of this ship. It's so clean. Obviously, it needs a colour. It looks a bit, well, camera went funny then. It looks a bit plain, being white and grey and stuff, but we'll sort that out later. Right, let's get the bottom layer of the ship done. So start things off, we're going to be using the 320 CB landing gear. So plonk that either side. And then in the middle here, we're going to be using a Tayo companionway. So it's the bottom version, and it will be the A version, the one without the doors on the side, because we don't need the doors on the side for this one. So companionway bottom, A. And then we're going to use another Tayo bottom part, but it's the B variant, and it is the 2x1, but it's the armory. There we go, the armory. So plonk that there. Now, once we've done that, we're going to add the landing bay, and this one is the Stability Pro. So we'll add that there. And then what we're going to be doing is adding a 40T cargo bay. So this one, or cargo hold, not cargo bay, sorry. So flip that so it blends in. Now I can see why Carini picked this one, because look, it blends in very smoothly with that. Looking good. Right, so now this side we're going to be adding the Dymos 2x1 science lab. So go up here. And you pretty much get everything you need with this ship in terms of, you know, functionality and what you need out of a ship. You know, your research, living quarters, all that good stuff. It's a really well designed ship. And on the side of this science lab, we add in the fuel tank. So we're going to be going for the H30 Atlas tank. So we'll add 2 of them. I mean, they got a ton of fuel, and they're very discreet, very subtle, and hidden out of the way. Nice. So we're going to duplicate these landing gears across here. And then right in the middle between them, we're going to be putting, find it, the NG20 landing gear, which is one of my favourite because it's got the most thrust, but we're going for the wide variant, so I guess it just takes up enough room. And we'll duplicate that and put that right next to the reactor, because in the middle of these we're going to be putting the grav drive, which is the RD3000, which is a very good grav drive because it is thin, so it sits in nicely and it's very subtle. Now to the side of all of these we're going to be adding more cargo, but it's the shielded cargo, so it's the 200 cm ballast shielded cargo. So we'll duplicate them across. Lovely jubbly, love a bit of shielded cargo. And that is that bit done. Looking good, looking good. Right, so duplicate across the 40T cargo either side at the back here, and then we're going to add shielded cargo behind them there, like so. Then we're going to add some more landing gear. It is the Pinpoint 4G landing gear. So we'll copy that across. And then just behind that, we're going to be adding the Hope Tech nose. Now, Carini's got the right idea. Get rid of this like ugly looking shape and just, you know, blend it into the ship more and add a bit more character. Lovely jubbly. And then at the side here, we'll add some Horizon weapon mounts because he's got turrets that sit at the back. So add a Horizon weapon mount either side, like so. And then on the cargo again, we're going to add the Nova weapon mount, which is this bad boy, which will house one of our weapons. Why has G-Force popped up? Why have you popped up, G-Force? What are you doing? Go away. Right, so that's that bit done. Right, so at the back of the landing gear here, we're going to add a Deimos skeg either side. So add it and flip it, like so, and look at that. It blends in nicely. I can see why Carini used this. Well done, Carini. Proud of you, mate. So that is the shape of the ship completely done, and I just love how clean it looks. It looks like a proper battle cruiser. It's gorgeous. Carini knocked it out of the park with this build. So there's 3 things we need to do to completely finish off the build. 2 minor details, colour the ship, and add the weapons. So first things first, let's add the minor details. So it's a porthole either side here, like so. And then either side here and here, we're going to be adding a PB300 auto laser. So scroll all the way down through all the weapons. It's pretty much right at the bottom. Right here. Come on, where are you? There is so many weapons. Right. PB Auto Alpha. There we go. Well. I only wanted the gun, not the whole thing. So that's that bit done there. And then we're going to add another PB300 auto beam here and here. Oh, well. Clicked on the weapon mount. Nothing. Oh, no. It's sent me right back to the top, man. I hate the menus in this game. Come on, where are you? Right, there, done. Now, at the back here, on the Horizon weapon mounts, it is the 300 auto turret. So make sure you flip and face them backwards, like so. Oh, wrong way. Come on. There we go. Add these bad boys. These are good guns, by the way. I do like these weapons. They shred. Right, so the last weapons we need to add now is the Tatsu Disruptors, which are right at the bottom here. So it's the 501s, I believe they're called. Is it there? Nope. I've gone past it yet. There we go. The 501 EM suppressor. So we'll add that either side to the spine here. Now, that's the ship done, but mustn't forget the docker. So grab the docker, we'll put it right under here, and we'll go for the slim one, just so it's nice and out of the way. And that is the ship completely done. I love the shape of this ship. I can take no credit. I'm just showing you how to build it. Carini knocked it out of the park. This ship is gorgeous. Fantastic. It looks like a proper battle cruiser, honestly. It's fantastic. Like, yeah, 10 out of 10. So let's colour this bad boy. Right, so Carini's got a light grey. I'll be going for a bit of a darker one because I like the dark grey. And then colour free, we'll copy Carini. We'll go for a nice green. Up the brightness. Yeah, it's looking good. Right, and then select these parts and the portholes, so the Habs and the Stroud and the Nova Cowl in here, because we're going to be going for a grey theme on there, because Carini doesn't have green on those parts either, so as well as the engines. So grab all those parts, we'll make colour free grey. Look at that. Absolute beast. So there's an error, that's the weapons, by the way. So before we get ahead of ourselves. So alpha beam, suppressor, auto turret. And there we go. Absolutely lovely. All systems nominal. So the equip power is obviously higher than what the reactor outputs. Now, as I said previously, you need like crew members on this ship to up the reactor power and stuff. So, you know, that's why. So don't get alarmed. Just make sure you've got a ton of crew members for your ship. But yeah, this ship is absolutely gorgeous. So I guess the only thing left to do now is take on the Crimson Fleet and give you an interior tour. But before we do any of that, if you're new around here, hit that subscribe button and the notification bell. Don't forget to check out my Discord. And if you like the video, leave a like and leave a comment and let me know what you think. So, let's go and have a look inside.